if I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. I was just
Good morning and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for April the 27th, 2020. I'm Mom, and at the moment I'm here solo. If you're joining me in Discord, we are now on a new channel that Pi has set up called We Are Live. If you join me there, be aware that we are live and you're going to be talking to people on the air, which means don't swear. Please, pretty please, with sugar on top, don't swear. I'd appreciate it. Speaking of awesomeness, for those of you who aren't following Rasul's stuff, I would strongly suggest that you check out some of his stuff. He's got recommendations in our Discord chat. Today it is the trait Rune of Our Enemies, which I have not checked out yet, and I think we'll go there a little bit and see if this has got anything to do with anything we can do. This is a trait, so it's not a console. Oh, good. There it is. Rune of Our Enemies. Rune of Our Enemies is an in-game starship trait. Trait gives bonuses in space if slotted into an active starship trait slot. It's plus damage and recharge on defeating foes. Specifically, plus 2% damage for 30 seconds. Timer resets with each successful defeat, and bonus damage stacks infinitely. Every fifth defeat while active decreases recharge time to bridge officer cooldowns over 5 seconds. This trait is obtained from Tier 5 Starship Mastery or pack with the D7 Miracle Worker Flight Deck Cruiser, or you can pick it up from the Lobby store, which sounds pretty darn awesome. I don't happen to have a D7, and I might or might not be interested in spending money on it from the Lobby store. Mostly because I'm cheap and I can't at the moment get to the Lobby store. But we'll go check that out after this, but it sounds like an awesome one. We'll check it out after that. So I was saying today is my Jackpot. Oh, Aries Production is live also today, so if you guys are over on Aries Productions, have fun. Of course, if you're there, then you're not here. So anyway, this is the Jackpot I hit today. AP damage in space, destroy 5 Undine ships in the battle zone, and destroy 30 Undine ships. In other words, I can get all 3 endeavors done with one tune. So I'm bringing out my big gun here. This is the Kursk. No, I do not rename my ships. Unless I'm, determined to keep them for a long time, then I'll try and come up with something clever. This is an AP build. I've got 5 and 3 up front. I've got 5 Herald AP beams epic at critical hit damage times 4. The only one I think that's different is I've got a critical D on one of them. And on my Mark 14, I've got a little bit of everything, but it's not bad. Let's see what the difference is. In 14 to 15, we're not looking at a significant amount of increased damage, about 40%, about 10% more. We have an upgrade weekend coming this weekend, so I'm not going to fix that now. One thing I am using here, though, is the Elite deflectors and prevailing energy impulse. Mycelial harmonic, and I believe I've got Tilly's review. All of these really need to be upgraded, and these are more things that I'm going to pop in for the weekend. Similarly, my aft weapons are an Omni. It's only a purple Mark 15, so it could be upgraded. I've got an Omni AP beam, and I've got an kinetic beam. And again, all these could use an upgrade. When it comes to devices, temporal negotiator, nice. I actually am not that blown away by it, and I actually should put that into my sequence. Beacon of Kalos and a phased a Herc beacon. Engineering consoles, I've got a line AP shielding. A little bit improvement on AP damage. I've got isometric charge, doesn't mean a darn thing for my AP, but it looks fun. Temporal vortex probe. And then I've got the crystalline absorption with a little AP damage increase. On my science, I've got the Voth phase decoy. I'm using this mostly for the AP damage. I'm not blown away by it, but there it is. I don't like going to stealth. That's the problem. Protomatter field, I love having that as my heal. Polymorphic probe, yeah. It's great for the additional damage, just meh. And then I've got Lorca's control, and the rest are just vulnerability locators. But because of that, I want to change out what I'm doing here. I've got a little bit... My polymorphic probe array wasn't in a good position, and it wasn't being as effective as it could be as a additional for my weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and move this into that position so it'll trigger a little bit more often. I'll move everything else right down the line. And if you disagree with how I'm doing this, you get to disagree. I'm very happy to take advice and comments. I'm still, this Voth-based decoy, I hate going stealth. But what the heck, let's give it a try and let's put that in because we are going to get a little bit more of an effect on the AP, and the aggro is not going to go to me. Everything else will stay in the same sequence here. You know what, let's not do that. Let's pull that out there and put you up there for the moment. Let's put you back there. And let's bring you in here. I'll switch that out. There. And we'll go there. Okay. So rearranging my tray a little bit. I've got it set up so that everything on line 7 here is going to get triggered when I hit my space bar. This is on number pad 1. Number pad 4 for line 9, number pad 7 for line 10. Everything on line 1 is fire. It's when I trigger it, not as a routine. I just realized that's in there. Is that my isometric charge? Okay, that doesn't need to be there. Alrighty, and I don't see my Herc alarm. I also do have the vortex. And where is my Herc alarm? Aha! Let's bring the Herc down here. Oh, they're there. Sorry. They were already in there. I just didn't see them. All right, we're going to go off and we're going to get ourselves some Undine. Oh, goody. There it is. Sorry, move those around. Let's bring that up a little bit higher because that's a big one. There we go. Space battle. And we're going to come back here to our 5. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That was interesting. That was weird too. Okay, so let's come on out here. I can see that there's a few zones that are still open. I'm getting there. Let's see if there's anything... Oh, I've got everything already slotted. No wonder. Go. Ooh, we're in the big one. This could be really short, but I think this is still Voth. Give me a chance to test this out, though. And then we'll go off and do the Undine. Oh, goodness, I've only gotten 70 done. In 3 minutes? 2 minutes? That's not a lot. The rubber banding has been bad this weekend, as I'm sure you already know. Okay, so we're coming back to my previous issues of I'm not thrilled with the turn radius on this. And I've made some improvements to it. No, we're not killing Voth on purpose. It's just, it's here, might as well. Is it me, or does the spawn rate seem kind of on the low side? It isn't me. It is a very low spawn rate. Okay, so we're not getting a good test out on this. Let's see if we've got another zone that's available here. Oh, I got my AP damage done just from that little bit. Well, where is the fun in that? Let's get out of here. Okay, and let's see if we can switch to a different instance. Let's go over to Battle Zone 3. It's a little less occupied. Give me a little bit greater chance to get some extra Undine dead. It was nice to know that the AP worked just fine. Thank you very much. Alright, so this is our Space Bagel. I'm not terribly fond of the Space Bagel, because if you're doing it solo, there's not a lot for you to do except kind of sit there and wait. We'll come back and get the Space Bagel if we need extra ships. So we got the 150,000 AP damage in under a minute and a half over in the Voth zone. So it looks like our damage is pretty good. Let's go back and trigger this one to start. I know this is scaled, so if you're running solo, you don't get hit as fast or as hard with ships, which is the only reason for going for a bigger zone. With bigger zone and more ships, you also have more players and less ships to actually hit. Well, I'm waiting for that. See if anyone's in chat. Yes, I'll set it up one of these days. All right, here we go. This should be ship number 5. So that's ship 5, and let's just come over here for 1 sec. So we've got 5 of our 30, and we've got the 5 that we needed for our first one. So 25 more to go. That was exciting. There we go. So we've gotten 11 of our ships. Excuse me while I have some coffee. Hey, for a lot of you, your states are going to start going back into or coming off of lockdown with the beginning of the new month. My state is not. I'm in Illinois, and they've decided to extend it out for another month, and in fact actually make it much more restrictive. Not with what appears to be a lot of justification, so not real thrilled with that. But the good news is that we'll be able to continue doing these morning and evening live streams for a bit. However, since my adjacent states are going to go back off lockdown, there will be a few more days that I'm not on because I'm not supporting a state that doesn't want me to leave my house, so I'm doing my grocery shopping in the adjacent state, which fortunately isn't far away. And no, I don't have the virus. And yes, I am healthy. But boy, I will pay good money to get out of the house after a while. All right, let's go get that singularity. All right, not bad. Let's see what... Ooh, we're losing the center. We're going to go down to the center. I know you already know this, but if you're playing any of these big maps, keep an eye on the areas. Take a look at your big map every now and then. We were playing... Oh, what was it? It must have been Gankra. Gankra is a little bit different in that you don't have as much time to get somebody back to the center or back to a different zone if you're not immediately adjacent to it because it's huge. And the amount of time you spend getting to and from is intense. So you have to play your game a little bit differently, and having people in your team either in chat paying attention, or better yet, in your fleet that you're playing with paying attention is very helpful. Because Gankra is time-gated versus enemy-gated, or getting something done-gated, whatever you want to call that. There we go, we got that one back. Let's see what's available. Well, we've got another space bagel right beneath us, so let's bite the bullet and go eat the bagel. Or if you prefer Ed's term, the space Oreo. Let's see where we're at. That brings us up to 18, so in theory, we should be able to get that one done with this. Will we get 12 ships while we're sitting here? Well, we didn't get 12 ships while we were doing the other one, so let's cross fingers. There's 3 right now. Let's get them. Well, that was nice, that Both phase decoy. It's a good start. And here we go. If you're planning to join us tonight, we're going to do something a little different tonight. We're going to start at 7 o'clock, and we are going to do a specific mission. We're going to repeat it. And we're going to be doing the event patrol, the 7 of 9 patrol, without guns. Bring your favorite hand weapon, Furiodon bangs. Bring your presidential axe. Bring your Lex knives. So with things coming off lockdown, how do you think things are going to change? Are they going to change? I got this very detailed letter from my gym, soon to be my former gym, about, when we come back, what do you want to see us do? Do you want to see us clean more? Do you want to see us do this, that, and that? No, just, keep your prices reasonable. Whoa. Priority clearance. Hey, hi, Pi. What the heck did you just say there? 9 months. Pi has been subscribing for 9 months. And hi, WC. Thanks for checking in. Good to see everybody out there. Yeah, I know I'm solo this morning. I'm being quiet. But see what I mean about the space bagel being very tedious? It is a plain bagel with plain cream cheese. When indeed we all really want the whole grain, multi-grain with seeds and raisins bagel with pineapple walnut cream cheese on it. Or one of my son's favorite ones, which is a strawberry bagel with lox, which is revolting. I'm sorry, dear, but that is revolting. And the worst thing is, last time he and I, well, not last time, but one time, we went to the bagel shop. He got his disgusting favorite bagel. I got my favorite bagel. Put him in a bag. We're driving to work. And he eats his bagel and goes, oh, that doesn't taste right. But he ate the whole thing. Then realized he'd just eaten my bagel, leaving me to eat the strawberry and lox bagel. And I'm sorry, but there's two things I don't care for. One is lox, and the other one is strawberries. With the exception of fresh strawberries that you pick yourself that still have dirt and sand on them from the garden, and they're hot because they've been in the sun. That's a strawberry. Strawberry bagels. Yes, Pi, they have strawberry bagels. I have no idea what they put in them. I don't think it's dried strawberries, but I can't imagine it's fresh ones. But they're not sweet, really. So... And they're not wet. I don't know how you do that. I mean, blueberries work, but they use dried blueberries, which actually work nicely. Though I don't normally eat that kind of thing. Honestly, I'm really counterculture. I like bagels that are toasted with butter, and that's it. Not that I dislike pineapple cream cheese and shredded apple walnut. Fortunately, my bagel shop is still in business. You just can't sit down and eat them there. Actually, maybe when I'm done here, I might jump on my bike and bicycle across town, across the river to the bagel shop. I haven't taken a bike ride in 2 years, so that's a nice start to it. Let's see how we're doing on our counts here. We've 1 to go. We'll finish off the bagel, though. Oh, come on, you've got to give me 1 more. 1 more ship, that's all I ask for. There, I see it. I see it over there. Let's zip over. There you are. Dactylus. Dactylus. What does dactylus mean? All right, so we got our Undine ships. Let's go ahead and finish this up, though, before we're done. Now we start getting ships, yeah. Speaking of ships and ship names, I am still working on the name for my new jellyfish. If anybody has a great sentimental name for the jellyfish, let me know. WC says my mother's favorite types of strawberries were A, picked wild strawberries from the side of the walking track in the Alps, or B, macerated in brandy and served with cream. Well, yeah. Who wouldn't like that one? I've never had wild strawberries. Wild raspberries, yes. Wild blackberries, absolutely. They grow around here all over the place. And they're delicious. And along the bike trail, remember I was saying I haven't biked for 2 years? Well, on the bike trail between my house down the river to the local Dairy Queen, there are wild blackberry bushes. And if you're smart, and I am smart, you take along a little plastic container in your backpack, you stop, you pick a big handful of wild blackberries, get yourself a bowl of plain old vanilla Dairy Queen, and you make yourself a nice blackberry sundae on the side of the road. It's a little early. They normally come up starting in late June, early July. It's been kind of cool this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if they actually came up a little bit later. But at the same time, they haven't been out trimming the trees, so I think last year they trimmed a lot of the bushes along the sides of the bike trail and chopped down a lot of the buried bushes, not knowing what they were. So this year should be better for the berries. But yeah, I could totally get into the strawberries macerated in brandy. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, and it looks like we're losing a spot. Well, we'll get this and we'll zip back to the center if we can. Come on, we're still outnumbering the Undine. It seriously cannot take this long. Really, really? There we go. And let's zip back to the middle. There it is. We'll save this one, and then we'll head out and do something else. So that was about 25 minutes start to finish for everything from discussing the build and what's going on to the actual kills. With a bigger team, you'd certainly be able to nail the kills in a few minutes. Especially if you happen to hit the planet killers at the end, because those will just drop ships on you. But even so, that was all 3 in less time than I spent just getting my 60 Kabali on... Sorry, my 60 Vodwar on Kabali last night. But, as I said, I'm not thrilled with the turning radius on this. And we're losing another one, so we'll zip up there as soon as this goes blue. There we go. Back to the bagel. Not my bagel. Not the bagel I just did. This is somebody else's bagel. And we're losing another one, too. Holy moly, dudes. That one's about to fail. That one was mine. But we'll get this one, then we'll go over there if we have time. It's just not nice to leave your problems for other people. And it failed, so I'm not going to worry about that one. We'll get this one, though. Okay, and there's one more, just one more. We'll go get that one, and it's not mine, so we'll have fun here. And while I'm zipping over there, check the chat. Good morning, everybody. Marksman, you said there's something in the store that you're thinking about buying? What is it, pray tell? Let's see how our vortex works here. Now the question is, can you drop a grav well and pull things into a vortex? Let's see what happens. Ah, too late. I already killed him. But that would have been fun to see if that works. Plus, it looks pretty. All right, so let's jump over here. Good morning, Melly Marty. I like Australia, and yes, I've had some interesting visits there. Yeah, blackberries are noxious weeds. One of my friends has a farm, which I need to get in touch with him, has wild blackberries, and he actually has turned it into a sideline of selling the berries, letting people pick the berries, or making his mom makes jam and they sell the jam, which is a darn good way to spend a day, in my opinion. The Elite Services Starter Pack. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, 36 inventory slots, 36 bank slots, 2 bridge officer slots, and 3 skill retrain tokens. If you're like me and you're a hoarder and you keep everything, dang! Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah, I'd go for it. The thing is 1,000 Zen. Yeah, it's still worth it. The thing is, it's also for one toon, though not for all toons. So that's a fair amount of money if you're doing it for all your toons. I would say yes, it's worth getting, but I also might suggest you might want to wait for the next Zen sale that goes on. They've been running them a lot lately, and we haven't had one for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I think overall that is great. Okay, Skyfalls. Squidward, Redrum, Octopussy, Octomom might work for the jellyfish. Bear in mind that the jellyfish was a gift to me from everybody in my fleet, so I kind of wanted to do something that pays respect to all of them. WC, you're not making me feel like I need to return there in the near future. I want to go back to Australia. Cryptic didn't announce it, but there's a 20% discount on all DOF stuff in the C store. Could you spread the message? Let's see if that's actually true. C store, duty officers. Yep, 20% sale on all duty officer packs. Let's see if anything else is going on. The Akira bundle is 35% off. Wow. T6 Alita, T5 Armitage, T3 Thunderchild, and the Fleet Ship module. Yeah, Lexers, I have been sleeping so much lately because, honestly, there's not a lot to do. Duty Officer bundles on sale. Mud is, let's see, roster slots, all the Duty Officer packs. Anything else? Mud's Market, the Bentham Cruiser. I kind of want that, but not at 17,000. That would wipe me out. The Vizier, again, I want that, and it's an unlock for the entire account. Yeah, the weather's gotten better, so my tendency to sleep a lot hopefully will go away. New items, just the same stuff, so... Ooh. How is the Vanguard pack available? I thought I already picked this up. No, I've picked this up already. They're just crazy. All right. Get the Vizier, name it Jafar. Absolutely. Octomom. Octomom, no. Nope. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see about that one. All right, so what was I going to do today since we got all of our endeavors done? We've talked about my ship build a little bit. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Let's see how the shipbuilder really is with these fine-tuned thingies that we've just applied here. Let's do a conduit. Advanced. We've got our green thing. We'll dismiss that. Let's get ready and we'll do a combat log. No, I'm not starting it yet. We'll get out of there. I hope you're all enjoying the Winter Wonderland. I'm going through and I've got my checkoff list. Funny. My list here of things that need to be done to get all these accolades. But oh my God, I've got the same issue with all of them. I need a crazy amount of presents from the Crampiri, 33 of each, and if I'm lucky, I get 4 on each one. That's running at 25 times per tune. 25 times 11 tunes, we are looking at 275 Crampiris. Not going to happen this time. Kethalopod. Hey, Melly Marty, that is a great name for it. The Kethalopod. I like the Kethalopod. That is a good name. It doesn't honor the fleet, but still, it's brilliant. Ed gave me a ship way back when, many moons ago. It was a Iconian ship, the big one, whatever the heck that was. So, of course, that's the Ed Mobile. And it's actually on this tune also. It's one of my favorite ones. Oops, let's get back in here in case we get the wee-woo. I can't believe we're still queued for that. That's crazy. Let's unqueue and requeue for that one. There's no way it takes that long for Infected Conduit to come up. That would suggest nobody's playing. And I'm looking at this. Everybody's playing. Of course, if this was Men in Black, it would be a Cephalopoid, but still, the pod works better with the fishy nature of it. Good. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go open up my ship now. Which is, unless I've moved it, and I don't think I have, right there. There's my Vulcan ship. Oh, let's see what we got since we're doing this. 50,000 energy credits and a reroll. Oh, joy, a reroll. 1,000 lithium and a reroll, because I need rerolls. I joke, I do not need rerolls. And 200,000 EC. Okay, that's not horrible. But you might notice I blew some money this morning. I try and keep 5 million in the account at all times. Just in case. Just in case. Wow, it's really bizarre. Hey, don't forget they're still running the event, the patrol event, which is awarding 1,000 lithium per time you run through it, in addition to the 15,000 XP, and you can get the 15,000 XP once per day, or once per 20 hours. So if you're a little low on your XP, and this being a double XP 3-week period, it's a really good time to use it up and get your XP, especially, I think, on new ships. Let's see, that's my research boost. At maximum level, this experience point boost will contribute to fill in the blank. I love that. It doesn't tell you what it is. Oh, piffle poofle. I just wanted to test this out and see how it was doing for hit points, DPS, but we'll see. Shall we do something else while we're happily waiting for that? We could always go back and run a different mission, but that's boring. So this tune, I believe, has finally run through everything, including the measure of morality. Yeah, so this student has gotten all the way through all the stories. There we go. Take care, WC. We'll talk to you later. I don't know if it matters, but I don't start the combat reader until a little bit later. If it's counting from the moment of battle, that's one thing, but if it starts counting from the moment you turn it on, that's going to dilute your DPS. So if anybody knows how the DPS for the combat log reader works in terms of when does it start counting. Otherwise, I'm sitting here for 20 seconds of nothing. And I'd say I could compare it one time to the next, but it doesn't work that way because if you're in a different pickup game, you're going to get different players. So let's go ahead and launch it. We're going to launch the ship. And this is where I'd really like to pick up my speed, is on that curve coming out of there. A lot of times somebody's already over here before we're done with that. Maybe they just head over there in the first place. Doesn't look like the nanite transformer does a lot of response to the temporal vortex, but let's see. Pull those guys over here. I know, don't put a grav well too close to anything. Yeah, it's closing in on the transformer, but we blew up the transformer. I'm not worried about it, Mr. Klingon. That's interesting. It's got the option to depart system. Oh, let's do a little bit of bacon here. Yeah, now my gravity well comes back up. Let's see how temporal vortex affects this. All right. Okay. And yes, I already know I'm a terrible pilot, so we'll just leave that topic alone. Good morning, Cal. Take care, Marksman. We'll talk to you later. Melly Marty, I don't know when the counter starts. That is an excellent question. But if it's DPS, it's got to be counting over a time span, since it's damage per second. All right, let's go up and see what we got there. Alrighty, let's see. Way too many screens open, Mom. Okay, 9 screens open, jeez. Mom, get a life. Don't just live on your computer. Yes, that was a joke. I should definitely clear out some of these files. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, oof, not stunning. Not stunning. I had done 37. In a previous one. In this one, we have Mitchell doing 111, Jamiroquai doing 42, and I came in at 35. And I had been at 37 the other day, so in the same range, but I was hoping the rearrangement would help. So not bad. Not fabulous, but not bad. So the next big change will be this weekend, when we look at upgrading this AP beam, upgrading the engines, shields, impulse, all that good stuff, and then look at upgrading our 3 omnis. But always looking for more things. So the next thing would be, we looked at traits. We're going to have to look at upgrading my stations. The stations are okay, but maybe not ideal. Maybe we need to change out my fire at will. Why is Darren in there with fire at will? That is a good question. He isn't. He's in there with a different setup. Yeah, he's in there with a fire at will. Darren, we may need to change you around just a wee bit. Maybe put in that TAC team instead. But I like the rest of it. What's this doing up here? Auxiliary systems? Yeah, that's good. Might want to change that out. If anybody's got a recommendation for the Lieutenant Commander position at TAC, I'll take that advice. I think I had it all set up and forgot what I was going to put in there. So I'll jump back in here, talk to you guys. Oh, I closed the combat log reader. I just don't know when it starts recording. I suppose I could go back and see if I can duplicate something once. Thank you, Cygnus, but 35 isn't where I want to be. I want to boost it to at least 40. Speaking of upgrade weekends, let's go find a planet. Better yet, let's just go jump over to here. Short way of getting to the bank. And it doesn't suck up my transwarps. And come right back down with our caramel gun. I want this caramel gun. Can you imagine having the caramel assault in an ice cream shop? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I have 167 finished omegas, and I've got 2,000 of each particle, so I've got that to work on. Why am I not seeing them? Oh, seriously? I don't have any upgrades? That can't be. They've got to be sitting someplace. I must have upgraded something for someone. So I'll have to go find those and put those together. But I've got enough Zen that I can afford to pick up some of the Phoenix packs if I haven't opened them all already, which I probably have. So we've got some work to do this weekend. Well, on that message, don't forget to join us tonight. We're going to start at, I don't know, when should we start? 7 p.m. tonight? Does that work for you guys? Start at 7 p.m. tonight. We are going to be doing the 7 of 9 patrol. 7 versus the Borg. Hand weapons only, so that will be your knives, your presidential axes. I can highly recommend the presidential axe. It's not as effective as a gun, but dang, it's fun. Furidon fangs, anything else that is a hand weapon, a melee weapon. And we're going to go at it, trying out different setups and just having a slaughter fest. I did it earlier today. It was fun. I did it last night and recorded it, and it was really fun. So on behalf of the Darkmom Consortium, I want to thank everybody who's joined us today. I need to go do some KDF work. If you have not picked up your Lobby before the end of the period, which is May the 4th, drop me a note. I've got some extra ornaments, and I can happily send you some. Though you still got plenty of time. But the stash is growing. We started this out with between 3,000 and 5,000 of each one, and we've given away quite a bit. Maybe we'll give some away tonight. Hey, tune in tonight and we'll give away some of the ornaments so you can go ahead and get your Lobby. Remember, it's 90, 90, 90, 90, 60, 60. So you don't need that many, and if you've got a number of tunes, you can earn it pretty fast. So as I said, on behalf of the Darkmom Consortium, I want to thank everyone who joined me today. That would be Cal, Melly, Marty, WC, Pi, Marksman, and Skyfalls. I think I got everyone there. And I think the winner so far is indeed the Kethalopod. Or the Cephalopoid. I think Kethalopod. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you in about 11 hours. Bye-bye.